So let's talk character arcs. There's the three that we all know, positive, negative, and flat. But what happens when you start pushing the limits? What do you get when a character has two arcs? Or what if you have two characters with the same arc? The results get pretty interesting. So in case you haven't read K.M. Weiland's Creating Character Arcs, here are the terms you need to know. So, the lie is a misconception that the hero has about the world or some thematic truth. Like, the truth is, of course, the exact opposite. It's the truth to the lie. Yeah, that's kind of it. So, the three types of arcs are positive, flat, and negative. The positive arc is the one that most of the time you're going to be writing, and it's the one where they start out in the world of the lie, and they start out believing the lie, and then they slowly, over the course of the book, realize that the lie is holding them back and start to embrace the truth. And after they embrace the truth, then they go ahead and defeat the villain. Then the next archetype is the flat arc. And the flat arc is where the hero doesn't change. They have the truth throughout. And the thing that is changing is the world around them. Take, like, the Hunger Games, for example. Like, Katniss has the truth pretty good, as is demonstrated when Prim's name is drawn. But then once she gets shipped off to the capital, well, this new world reeks of the lie. And, over the course of the book, you can see the lie slowly starting to wear off. Of course, not all the way. There's still 2 more books. The third, and definitely cheeriest, is the negative change arc. These come in 3 flavors, but I'm mostly going to focus on one, the corruption arc. It's where they start with the truth, and then slowly fall to the lie. These tend to be tragedies. Think like Julius Caesar, Star Wars prequel trilogy, Darkstalker, all those happy stories. Yeah, these tend to be the ones where everyone either turns evil or dies. So, the basis for twin arcs is that there are 2 characters who have a combination of a flat arc and either a positive change arc or a negative change arc. And this is going to sound a little confusing, but hear me out. One's lie is the other's truth, and one's truth is the other's lie. Let's go into a quick example. So, we have, say, Kendra and Seth, and Kendra has caution, paralyzing caution, and Seth is exactly the opposite, and he's always taking risks, and his main attribute is reckless courage. Kendra's truth, courage, is Seth's lie, and Kendra's lie, caution, is Seth's truth. But if you just switch these around, like, Seth gets his lie and Seth gets his truth and Kendra gets her truth, then we've just switched their positions. Neither of them have really changed for the better, just changed. Which is why we have the greater truth. For this one, let's say calculated courage. And it falls on the fine line between courage and caution. And so both of, in a positive change arc at least, both of them are really arcing towards this greater truth. And so that's a quick example of a twin arc. So, you might have heard of foil or mirror characters, and they're very similar to twin arcs, but there is a difference. So, a foil character is where they're a character that's meant to contrast the hero by playing the exact opposite. And usually the villain is the foil character to the hero, although they can both be the good guys or both be the bad guys. Like, think like Peril and Turtle. A mirror character is, like the name suggests, a mirror for the protagonist, or any other character really. And they're meant to replicate the qualities to, again, make it stand out more. On the surface, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of difference between these two and twin arcs. And that's because they're not really. Because a twin arc is what happens when foil characters both have an arc towards the same thing. And this might be a bit of a loose rule of thumb, but if it's a foil or a mirror character, only one or neither of them will change during their arc. If it's a twin arc over the story, both of them will be changed for better or for worse. But not every story has a happy ending, and not every character ends better than where they started. Which leads us, of course, to the negative change arc. Since there are 3 times as many manifestations of this as the positive change arc, it's a little harder to pin down, and we're adding so many new elements in that the combinations add up pretty quickly. I mean, like, we're adding possibilities with the greater truth, a whole other arc, maybe even like a greater lie. The possibilities go on and on and on. So, as I mentioned, some very exciting possibilities with negative change arcs for twin arcs. And one possibility is that both characters get their want, the other's truth, but really, when all's said and done, they find out that the truth was really only another lie. Another possibility is that one character has a positive change arc and ends up getting the greater truth, and the other has a negative change arc, either starting out from the greater truth or falling from their half-truth to a greater lie. There's a lot of possibilities out there. Actually, as a matter of fact, both of those possibilities I just mentioned are used in Hamilton, which I'm sure I'll discuss in another video. Yeah, So, tell me what I missed in the comments below, because we may not have it all together, but together, we have it all. No, I was not the first one to say that.